What happens if they stop letting him hold back? What happens if he shows his true power and we stop acting like there's any need for half the Avengers to save Earth if he showed his true potential? Is Wanda Maximoff really the most powerful Avenger technically? I mean, she can alter reality, so maybe, probably. But she can't catch these hands, though. I'm just a bit curious. Why in the first Avengers movie, when Thor is fighting Hulk, a fighter jet comes in and starts firing at them? Starts firing at him and the Hulk. Why is Thor running and ducking, panicking, as if the bullets would do anything to him? Thor, these bullets will fly off you. Why are we ducking so hard like this? Are the bullets really going to irritate you that much? Why is Nicholas setting up a death trap as if a fall from 30,000 feet would actually kill one of these Asgardian gods? And why do Loki and Thor both fear this? Why are we acting like this would do anything to them? Why, when in Age of Ultron, when Thor's fighting insurgents and soldiers from Hydra, why when he's kicking them and punching them, do they go flying as if they were being kicked by Captain America? Why aren't they being sent to the stratosphere like if Superman was to hit him? Nitpick, gripe? Maybe, but I care about these things. Why is Thor made a bitch as soon as Ultron becomes vibranium? As soon as Ultron goes fully vibranium, why are we acting like an unbreakable metal, sure, would completely overpower a literal god? And to the point where he can't even do anything and can't even fight back, and Vision has to help him. Thor beating the shit out of hella zombies is really cool in Ragnarok, but it gets instantly less and less cool when you notice that these zombies are killed by normal guns. Yes. How, when Thor hurls a goddamn hammer that cuts through the blast of a fully formed Infinity Gauntlet, how are we gonna act like just because he gained some weight, he can't use that same axe to kill the same guy who doesn't even have those Infinity Stones anymore? It should be even easier than him. Oh, he's out of shape? Really, that's the excuse? A freaking Asgardian god is so out of shape that he can't hurl the hammer with the same amount of force? Are you kidding me? Why are we acting like Captain Marvel is a god compared to Thor? Why are we acting like this shit could borderline lift his hammer if she wanted to? Why are we acting like Thor is way less powerful than her? Because that's what Marvel wants you to think. Why is Thor coming off more human than God? Personality can be human. It's fun. We want to see characters that are vulnerable. But physically, why is he dwarfed? This isn't just a nerfing from the comics. This isn't just, oh, we can't make him as powerful as comic book Thor because otherwise we wouldn't have a plot. So no, you're nerfing him down to the point where he has nothing. His existence is almost nothingness. We get it. You need to have plot conveniences that can elevate other people, other members of a team if it's in a team ensemble piece, okay? And by doing so, you bring some of these characters down in power. But with Thor, you did it so drastically that he's embarrassed. They did this in the first Avengers movie by even needing the other team members in a fight against the Chitauri, but they did it more blatantly in Avengers Endgame. Both these captains are given shining moments, and in return, Thor is given nothing. Listen, Captain America is my favorite Avenger. Seeing him wield Thor's hammer, beat Thanos' ass, I cheered, I screamed in the theater. People thought there was a schizophrenic psychopath in the room with them. They were half right. But Thor got nothing. Thor is getting his ass whooped while a super soldier is wielding his hammer better than he can. Captain Marvel is saving the day, blasting through a ship when that should be Thor's job. Captain Marvel's throwing hands with Thanos to the point where Thanos has to literally cheat and take out a stone and punch her because his headbutt won't work on her. That should be Thor's job, okay? Think about it like this. I don't know why Captain Marvel is stronger than Thor in these movies. She got her powers from one of the stones. I'm pretty sure she got her powers from one of the stones, yeah? When Thanos knocks her out in Endgame, he uses a power stone to do it. So she gets her power from Infinity Stone, she can be weakened by Infinity Stone, right? So how the hell, tell me this, how the hell is she more powerful than someone who used his weapon to cut through the blast of a fully formed Infinity Gauntlet with all the stones combining in their power? How is she more powerful than that man? Oh, it's because Thor gained some weight after eating too much KFC and ice cream. What is this low IQ bingo that we're playing with ourselves? Here are his comic book feats, right? Let me tell you about some of Thor's real feats. He snapped adamantium cables by flexing! But a vibranium suit will completely destroy and demolish him. I get it, vibranium and adamantium are not the same thing. Vibranium could be stronger, it can be molded differently, but still, really? Are we serious? MCU Thor couldn't even sniff this level of strength. Adamantium just got introduced in the MCU. Do you really think they're gonna make Thor this level of power? Hell no. Thor fought the Phoenix Force, knocked it unconscious at one point, and clipped one of its wings in the Avengers vs. X-Men comic book. A cosmic entity in the Phoenix Force this man fought. And you're telling me Captain Marvel is anything to this man? He lifted the Midgard serpent, the serpent surrounding the world. He lifted it. He lifted it. In this movie, though, he's lifting cars, trucks here and there, but he's struggling to fight freaking Chitauri. He held Odin's sword, which was literally said to be incalculable in its weight. It's immeasurable. That's like Superman lifting the Book of Infinite Pages. It's immeasurable. He punched Gore so hard that the shockwave destroyed nearby moons and planets. But him kicking one dude, oh, I get it. He's holding back against humans, even though he kills some of them. Oh, him kicking one soldier, they just go flying like 5 feet. Yay. That's a god right there, yeah? Realistically, if comic book Thor met movie Thanos, because movie Thanos is also nerfed, movie Thanos would never have been able to get any of the stones, because he would have been wrecked. His entire army would have been wrecked. Now, some people could say, well, that's the point, right, Zafy? You can't make Thor that level of powerful in the comics, because that's too much power. You don't even need the Avengers. There is no plot. It's crazy. That's fine. You don't need to undercut Thor's power to the degree they did in order to establish that point. Just level up the goddamn threat. Stop nerfing your villains. Make them powerful, for God's sakes. Thor literally should be able to nuke the entire Chitauri army by himself with one flash of his hammer. When Thor fights the Black Order's army in Infinity War, what happens? He lifts himself up, bring me Thanos, charges down, creates a shockwave that destroys a couple of them, right? He should have cleared and leveled the entire field by that point. There should have been no Black Order army left after that. I liked in Ragnarok how he was beating Hulk's ass at one point, right? And I liked how Hela was very, very powerful. That was a leveled up threat. She beat an entire army of Asgardians like they were nothing. So she put on a good fight against Thor. Why the fuck does Thor need her help? Why is she helping Thor in the fight? Do we remember what happened to Valkyrie when she faced off against Hela last time? Her entire race of Valkyrie people got extinguished by Hela. She destroyed all of them. You're making me believe that one of her is going to help Thor at all against Hela? No, Thor should be able to fight her on his own. Realistically, the only villains that should be able to fight the real Thor in the movies are like Surtur or proper Thanos. Because Surtur's he's like Galactus. Proper Thanos, he's on another level. Thor should not be having issues with these other pathetic beings, for God's sakes. And we're using the excuse now because he was weakened in Endgame. Oh, he was just out of shape. Real Thor would never... Real Thor in his prime, when he's fit, does a couple push-ups, drinks his protein shakes, goes on a run, he'll be good. Why are we talking about Thor like he's a human? He's not. He has an Asgardian godly physiology. Eating shit should not do anything to him. And even if he does gain a bit of weight and doesn't train for a bit, he should be able to complete with one snap of the finger, run, fly, use some lightning, and clear all that excess fat off of him. He's a god. Why do movies do this? They humanize godlike beings so much to the point where it nerfs them. Why are we acting like eating some KFC and pizza for 2, 3, 4 years would actually do anything to an Asgardian godly physiology? It wouldn't, it shouldn't, it's stupid. Proper villains is what you need. I get it, look, I understand. For comedic purposes, they did this. And I found it funny at first, right? But the more and more you think about how they nerf these characters, the less sense it makes. You need proper villains to fight Thor in order to make him weak, to make him vulnerable. Because if you make him as strong as he was in the comics, right, you're going to need someone who can make him weak and vulnerable. So stop nerfing your villains, Marvel. Stop making your villains pathetic afterthoughts like you did with Gore, the God Butcher. Gore the God Butcher is beyond Omega level in power. He has a Necrosword, which you barely touched upon. The Necrosword is one of the most powerful weapons in existence. It could shatter entire planets in the right hands. It was made with the first symbiote in a Celestial's head. And Gore himself should be dark as fuck. Instead, he's nothing. You need to establish your villains that fight Thor as next level so he can be brought to the next level. That's how you do it. Stop just nerfing Thor so you can elevate other idiots. You idiots! Shit. If you want to know how they completely screwed Gore up badly, and how Gore could have been saved and could have saved Love and Thunder as a movie from the train wreck that Taika Waititi caused, watch this video here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.